would you do? Or what can you tell me to do to get my body like that?
Ozempic.
No. For real. The whole month of May, from the whole month of May till we had to return back to school from June 3rd, I went 3 times a day, just training, grinding, 2 days mobility, one workout mobility, 1 workout strength, and chill for a couple hours, and then come back at night and do position work. So I did that every day, Monday through Saturday, and consistently, and just been eating right on top of that. So it's just like everything's kind of coming together.
Have you reached your physical goals, or do you still have some work to do physically?
I'm 308 right now, trying to get to 315, but it takes a longer time to put muscle up. So I'll try to have that by like week 3, week 4, so it's on the right way, not just slapping on the wrong stuff. Everybody else.
DJ, I think we learned in April that mock drafts don't mean a whole lot, but when you hear about things like for 2026 and where you might be projected, and does it give you a little bit of a boost knowing how highly that you're being thought of?
Yeah, a lot of people send me mock drafts, tell me to look at it, tell me what I think, but at the end of the day, I'm not really too worried about that right now. The main thing is the main thing, and that's my team and going to the Big 12 championship.
Hey Jordan, no, go ahead.
How do you approach the season taking over a leadership position of Travis Hunter, since you are getting on the pre-draft hype? So how are you going about this season?
Yeah, so past season the foundation was laid, so I'm really just, taking it head on, really, just embracing my teammates, making sure my coaches can trust me, just giving everything my all.
Jordan, coming back as one of the leaders on the offensive line this year, what is that tone you want to set for the entire offensive line coming back this year?
Tone I want to set is basically just dominate the line of scrimmage. Every down, every rep, for every quarter we got. That's about it. Just dominate the line of scrimmage and win your one-on-one rep, because somebody's going to have that one-on-one rep that you got to be able to win. Just making sure you win it and you dominate it. You do that until the game's over.
I lost in Oklahoma because I couldn't finish it, right? So we finally got the West Field. He's a great guy, loves football. And that was the first piece of building our defense we get back. So we completely trust him.
I've been to a lot of media days in my life. I've seen this freshman.
Yeah.
Is that an important part of the sales?
I hope it helped a little bit because we were close. We got close here at Monroe.
Okay, so to answer that, going into my recruiting process, I wasn't told I was going to be a big name. I wasn't told I was going to be the face of the team. I was actually told what I need to work on. So for me, I worked on those things, which along came with being the face and having the responsibility of this and having the responsibility of that. So I feel like within the work that I put in, and then my teammates around me has been able to put me in the position to be here today.
Do you think what I asked is like a misconception?
Yeah, some people think we just like throwing money at people and doing this and that. This ain't that. You're not finna come here and make what you see, them schools down south paying. So it's definitely a misconception sometimes. You come here to play football.
You
like to pass block or run block?
Typical clickbait. I prefer pass block. But this year I'm actually going to maximize my run block game and make both of my games, pass block and run block, fouls.
I'm sure he'll tell you the same thing.
What defensive end are you most looking forward to putting on their back this season?
Right now I'm focused on Georgia Tech. They got a good team. They got a good scheme. New defense coordinator. A lot of movement up front before pre-snap movement. So being able to recall the ID or redo a B or C call, front side or back side. Just every game, every DN, whoever's in front of me,
Hey DJ, being in Colorado creates an automatic target on your back, not only as a player, but your team as a whole. What makes you guys uniquely prepared to handle the pressure of having a target on your back each and every week?
You know, that's one of the first things Coach Prime lets us know when he's recruiting us. You know, this platform comes with a lot. So you got to take it on head on, you know, just have that support team, that whatever it comes from, whether it's God, your family, or your friends, you know, just making sure you have that support that you can fall back on whenever. But we don't really get too much into the outside noise, outside the program, because they're not in those workouts with us, they're not in those meetings with us, you know, they're not doing the stuff we do as a team. So we don't really get too much into that. We just worry about the program with them.
He did a little bit in the spring, but he's healthy now. You know, he's a competitive guy by nature. He's a smart.
Anything else for these guys?
I guess this could be a question for both of y'all, but with Coach Sanders being out, how was the team able to adapt and go through summer practices and still get better and get the proper work in?
Adapt, like,
just like how are y'all able to get good work in, and how are all the other coaches stepping up, and how did all that work?
I feel like everybody's doing what they've been doing. We're not changing because Coach Prime left. And again, Coach Swayze knows what Coach Prime wants and what Coach Prime expects. So we can't BS the process right now. For when Coach Prime gets back, it looks sloppy. So right now, like, it's gonna look the same as it gets back, as when he gets back.
He's got to have to be in great shape.
What is your mindset?
I like his skill set.
A great receiver and then coach.
A little bit.
You know, I go against great receivers. I've been going against great receivers since this past season, you know, guarding Travis, you know, guys like Amarion Miller in practice. So, you know, I really just approach it, you know, the same way. I kind of just diagnose their tendencies, you know, and then I always ask my coaches, you know, if they got any notes or tips that I could use in my game.
Play on both sides of the ball. Not just
Anything else? Okay. We will have Juju. It'll be probably 5-10 minutes before he gets out here, but he will be out here. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, thank you guys.